For just south of 2,000 bucks, the HoneyBadger from Addictive Designs might just be one of the most versatile and well-built bumpers available for your 2009 to 2014 F150. The HoneyBadger will include 3/16" CNC cut plate steel construction, cutouts for your favorite pair of 3" cube lights, non-slip traction areas up top here, and maybe most impressively, 2 integrated locking compartments on the sides, allowing you to store whatever the hell you want, from recovery gear, towing gear, and more. Of course, the ADD stuff definitely carries a premium price tag, as pointed out earlier, but the quality and fitment are completely top-notch, as you'll see with our detailed install walkthrough later in the video. Now, I'm sure most people watching this video are familiar with ADD as a brand and what they're all about, but if not, here's what I can tell you. They are one of the premier manufacturers of premium bumpers and armor for a wide variety of trucks, all of which are hand-built here in the USA. In fact, if you guys want to take a closer look on how these guys do things, we did take a tour of their facilities out in Arizona, which you can check out on our YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Now, the HoneyBadger series is one of the company's biggest sellers, along with their Stealth Fighter series, and the HoneyBadger in this case will offer that very unique feature of the twin lockable storage compartments on either side of the bumper. Now, these things are about a foot deep on both sides and can accommodate anything you want to throw in there. Now, this could be recovery gear, so tow straps, ratchet straps, D-rings, or basically the sky's the limit. So anything you want to throw in there, you can do so, you can lock it, and it's one of the only bumpers on the site that will offer this feature. Now, aside from the storage, you're also getting 2 cutouts for your favorite pair of cube lights right there, and honestly, they're gonna be very helpful on those dark nights or dark driveways. Listen guys, I have a set on my own rig, and I absolutely love them. Finally, you're also getting some raised punch plate up top here, which might be a little hard to see right now, but basically that's gonna give you a little bit more traction when you're trying to access something in your bed. And then last but not least, all of the logos, the unique HoneyBadger logos and lettering on this bumper have all been CNC cut into that plate metal. And speaking of those materials, well, this thing is built like a tank. 3/16" plate steel again throughout, guys, hand welded both inside and out, and finally finished off in the company's hammer coat finish. Now, this particular option does feature the cutouts for those factory backup sensors, but ADD also offers a HoneyBadger, which will be identical to this, just minus those holes. So it's nice that you're getting that option if you don't have a factory backup sensor, or if you do, you can pick up the one that's pre-drilled and save yourself some time and effort when it comes to the install. And that leads me to my next point. ADD has a ton of offerings on the site, especially in the bumper category. In fact, the HoneyBadger here makes one of 7 different rear options available for the 09 to 14 truck. So if you wanted to see some other options, I would definitely encourage you to do so. But as promised, let's get into the install, and to give you a better idea of what's involved with this job, here is a tech with a brief walkthrough.
We're going to begin this installation by removing the factory bumper. The first step, we're going to disconnect all the lights and the sensors. So if your bumper is equipped with rear parking sensors, you'll need to unplug those as well. However, this only has license plate lights, so we're going to get started on that. So to remove the license plate light, we're just going to take it, we're going to turn it counterclockwise, 1/4 of a turn. It'll unlock, and then you can pull it out. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. So after you've disconnected all your sensors and lights, you're ready to remove the bolts out of the bumper. There's 3 bolts on either side of the bumper. There's 1 on the bottom, and there's going to be 2 up on top. So we're going to use a 10mm socket to remove those, and then we'll pull the bumper off. One's a little tricky to get, and it's up here on the inside of the frame rail. Next, we're going to remove this bottom 10mm. Now we're going to do the same thing for the other side. At this point in time, it would be a good idea to have someone hold the other side of the bumper while we remove these last 3 bolts. Now that we have all the bolts out and I have a helper, we're going to pull this bumper off. So now that we have our factory bumper off, it's time to switch over some of the pieces. We're going to begin by removing the license plate light housings. To do that, we're just going to press in on the one side. And then we'll push it out and pull it all the way out. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. We're just going to push in on this top tab. It's going to poke through, then we're going to push it all the way through and just pull it out of the plastic. So next we're going to remove the lock for the spare tire. So we're going to pop that open. We'll stick our key in there, and then you just want to turn it clockwise to unlock it and then pull the housing out. Now before we can install the bumper, since we're provided with 1/2-inch hardware, we'll need to enlarge these holes to a 1/2 inch. So we're going to use our drill with a 1/2 inch drill bit and drill these holes out. We'll do the same thing for the other side. So now that we have our new aftermarket bumper here, we're ready to install our light housings back into it. So we're just going to push and click those in. Next, we're going to take our spare tire access lock. We're going to insert that in the hole. Go ahead and lock that up. We'll remove the key. So with the help of a few friends, we're going to get this bumper installed. You're going to want to take these clips off of both sides on the bottom. Then we're going to lift it up, put it on, and get our hardware installed. So to insert your bolts, you're going to need to access it by opening these doors. So we're going to press this button, pull this door open. We're going to insert our bolt with a washer in through the frame. So now that we have all 4 of our top bolts in, we're going to go ahead and install our supplied tab nuts. Once we got those in, we're going to use our Allen head bolts. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. We're going to install our supplied clip nut. We're going to press up on our bumper to align the hole, and then we'll get our bolts started. So now that we have all of our hardware in, we're going to go around and tighten everything up. We're going to start with the top bolts. We're going to use a 3/4 inch socket and a wrench. So now that all of the hardware is installed and tightened, we're going to go ahead and plug our lights back in. So we're going to stick them in the socket, a 1/4 turn clockwise, and lock them in place. At this point in time, you're ready to close your doors and reinstall your license plate. Now after about 100 miles, you're going to want to recheck all your hardware. However, that wraps up our review and install. Check out more at AmericanTrucks.com.